Hello everybody and welcome to a Pokemon Stuff video. I say Pokemon Stuff video because it's not a news video, nor is it simply an update video. It is a combination of a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff, thus Pokemon Stuff video. We will start out though with a little bit of an update of my plans for my stream, which will be coming back. Don't you worry, sorry it's been a while, but I'll get to that in a second. Then we'll go into some of the old news and then a breakdown, in my opinion, on the Pokemon Generations Episode 1 and 2, which just came out yesterday. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Firstly, I would like to say that I was planning on starting up the stream again tomorrow on the 18th, therefore marking 2 months before Pokemon Sun and Moon come out. It was my intention, but something came up where I actually could still start it tomorrow, but I'm kind of setting something up where I'd like to see if I can get it going. I need to get in contact with somebody in order to do it. So as soon as I get word back from that group, I will most definitely start up stream, regardless of what the reply is. Secondly, I have been beating off Pokemon, not just new Pokemon for myself to battle with, but I was thinking of opening up a shop in my stream, because last time when I was streaming, this is 3-4 months ago, it's amazing to say that, it seems like it's only been it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but back on my, last time I've been streaming, there wasn't much to do with points on my stream. I mean, you could have music, you could play the war games, the heist, but essentially, or you could gamble, but honestly, you always gain more points than you lost. There was no real exchange there. The money the points were kind of stagnant. So with the shop, I feel like I can actually motivate more people to stay, also reward you guys for watching, and also hopefully give you guys some awesome Pokemon. The thing with that is that obviously to make a shop, I do need to duplicate Pokemon. And as pretty much all of you will know if you've watched my stream, I detest cheating in all the ways, shapes, and form. Now, duplicating to me is not quite cheating. It merely is against the Pokemon rules, there's no doubt about that. But it's kind of a gray area to me. I mean, it's absolutely repugnant to me to actually. You'll never hear me condone the act of genning off Pokemon entirely. But duplicating Pokemon in order to sell them in a shop for no actual monetary gain, just simply playing pretty much house money in the way of points, I'm not really against that. Thing is that I know the attitude has or may have changed since last time I streamed, so I don't really know what you guys think of that. Please tell me what you guys think about that in the comments below. I do reply to all my comments, as anyone who comments can attest. And I would very much like to know whether I should make a shop or whether I should just use these Pokemon as my own and just continue to stream as it was last time that I was streaming. Now I'll actually go on ahead into the news. And admittedly there's some speculation in there as well, but that's not until the Pokemon Generations part. Anyway, that being said, we do have these Pokemon right here. And I would also like to mark, just that I forgot to say this, but as a side note, I did not update on these or the next little bit of news, simply because there was not enough content to make a reasonable sized video. So rather, I am combining all the content together to make a reasonable video, because I do not want to screw you guys. I do not want you guys to have to watch an ad that could be unskippable for 1 or 2 minutes just to watch a video that's 1 or 2 minutes long. That is reprehensible to me, and I do not believe in screwing people like that. So I decided to make a big collaboration, so I'm sure you guys have already seen this. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to go ahead and go through it for the record of me having the news on my channel. So bear with me for a second. So we do have these things. The evolution of that dog Pokemon, Ruffle, I forget what it's called, which was announced a little ways back, a few months ago. It looks weird when you look at these things. They're called the Pokemon are called the exact same thing, but I almost want to say that they're middle evolution and full evolution. When you look at them, they really don't look like a evolutionary pair. They look like they're the same Pokemon in alternating forms. You'll see that one does have a glowing yellow light to it, and one does have something of a whitish blue glow to it. Well, white to be quite honest. I'm thinking maybe these are going to be forms that are version specific. So on the left you'll have the evolved form of the Pokemon in Sun, and on the right you'll have the evolved form of Moon. Not really sure if that's where it's going to work. Kind of feel like that's what it's going to be, but we'll kind of have to wait until we get more information. I was hoping to get a video before this time, but we have not, so we're stuck with screenshots. Sorry about that. Next, we do have the UR1 and UR2 models. UR1 obviously on top, that was announced officially in a video. About a week ago. but then the other two were core leaked, just like the dog's trier, but they were core leaked for the October issue. You have the beauty form, the UR2 beauty form and UR2 strength form. I forget what it's called. I think it's called strength form. Either way, you can see that I did mark them with the version specificness. The beauty form will be only found in Moon, and the strength form will be found in Sun. Makes me believe that you only can find one UR1 in each game, and that's kind of how it works. Much the same as you'll get Black and White Kyurem in Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2. Not much for me to really say beyond that. I am happy I'm going with Moon because I do like the how elegant beauty form looks. Although the muscular form does definitely appeal to the 10-year-old in me, which nearly is the demographic that Pokemon claims to be going after. Now for the thing I'm actually really hype about, which is the first Pokemon Generations episode. It was pretty much a Welcome to Pokemon Generations episode, but it was also very, very, very insightful. It gave a lot of insight into Red and his fate after Gen 1. So, any of you guys who have followed any type of Pokemon canon will know that, or not even canon, but fan theories, and since 2000, since Pokemon Silver and Gold came out, you'll know that Red, who was the main character of Gen 1, it was the player character, he obviously became champion, then he went and got Mewtwo, and, well, if you decide to, was endgame content, but let's just say he went and got Mewtwo for the sake of argument. That's also what Pokemon Origins says he does. And then he apparently would go to Johto. They don't really say for sure, but we're going to say he goes to Johto 3 years later. And you fight him 3 years later on Mount Silver, at which point he does disappear. And everyone thought that he died, or that he was a phantom, or something like that. And I think that too, but then this gives us a little bit of a reasonable doubt. If you look right here, you'll see he is most definitely alive in Gen 2, where he's fighting those Wynots. He's alive in Gen 3, where he's fighting that Vigoroth. Gen 4, where he's fighting that Probopass. Gen 5, where he's fighting that Volcarona. Gen 6, where he's fighting the Noivern. And Gen 7, where he is fighting the 100% form of Zygarde. The reason I say he's alive in all these, even though he's only in 2 of the pictures, is the 2 pictures he's in. He's actually in the Gen 6 picture and the Gen 7 picture. And if you watch earlier in the video, which I obviously don't have the video up right now, but if you do watch in the video, you'll show this. It does show this is his Pikachu that he actually captures in Viridian Forest at level 3. We know that his Pikachu is going to be a little over level 70 by Mount Silver, so this thing's obviously going to cream anything it touches. But that's kind of beside the point. It does give us some pretty reasonable proof that Red could still be alive, as this was made by the actual Pokemon Company. Therefore, it is considered canon in my opinion. And another thing, just kind of to solve the mystery of how he... 81, my mistake. How I think he probably got off the mountain. If you remember, when you beat him in either the remakes or the original games, Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal, go ahead and check out my Crystal Nuzlocke if you'd like to. I'll have a link to that playlist in the description down below, shameless plugs aside. You'll see that his Blastoise here does have Blizzard, and in Soul Silver Heart Gold, his Snorlax has Blizzard. The reason why that's important is that he does disappear in a Blizzard after you beat him. Well, it blacks out and then he's gone, and as it's already a Blizzard, it doesn't seem like too much of a stretch. So I'm thinking he could have possibly escaped, could still be alive, and could be kicking butt and taking names in the other regions as well. It also would explain kind of why you see him in Black and White, where you get to battle him in the battle tournament. I forget what it's called right now. And he also does appear a few other times, but then again, so does Blaine and everything. It doesn't really matter. I'm getting sidetracked. Either way, I think that it is quite possible that it is alive, which is really great. It's been better part of 1.5 decades. People have considered him dead, so it's a possible change that I'm really hyped for. Now, Generations Episode 2, not really much to it. Had that Mob Mill water type feel to it. It's all about Giovanni and him being the head of Team Rocket. Then they find out that he was actually the 8th gym leader of Kanto, and that's kind of where it ends. The reason why I don't have any Pokemon battling in this is that this episode doesn't have any Pokemon battles. It's very much dialogue driven, where the first one has no dialogue in it, but it's very much, well, it has no spoken dialogue in it. This one's very dialogue driven, where they're trying to hunt down Giovanni, and the one thing that is in that episode, which I did not put in here because I couldn't really quite find a way to really put it in eloquently, is that they do use Pokemon in a way that you don't typically see them. They use a Magnemite to hack the keypad. They breach through walls using the Champs and Arcanines, and they use a Growlithe to try to follow a scent. So it's very interesting to see them actually use it. You see, obviously, Officer Jenny's with Growlithe in the earlier seasons, And you of course see Chansey stealing that Pokemon in earlier seasons, and then I forget what that thing's called after Chansey. I don't really give a crap. I'm a Gen 1 at heart, pretty sure everyone knows that. However, it's nice to see that, but there isn't any battling in the episode, and it is interesting because you'll see on the right side, that is the end of the episode, where on the left side it is the beginning of the episode, Giovanni coming and going. But Giovanni does say that this is admittedly taking place in the time of Red and Blue, as well as, I guess, Yellow and Green, technically. But we'll say Red and Blue. So, we all know that he does disappear after Red and Blue. He goes off to find his true love of Pokemon, or whatever. Whatever it is, I forget why he goes off. But then you do encounter his son Silver in Gen 2. So 3 years later, no idea how on earth that works. He must have followed the sun before he left Kanto. That's the only way it could have possibly happened. But he says that Team Rocket's never going to die. He could have just been mistaken because we believe that we defeat Team Rocket in Gen 2, but they could still be an underground organization just taking the ground afterwards. After they're beaten by your character, which is Gold. Silver is his son, not Gold. I think I said Gold, my mistake. But after Gold beats Silver and whatnot, I think that that's kind of what happens. Not completely sure. We also think that Giovanni jumped off a cliff and drowned himself, but that's kind of dark. Either way, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I hope you all did enjoy this video of Pokemon stuff. Please do remember to hit that like button if you did. Please do make sure to comment below what you guys think about the duplication of Pokemon that are legitimately bred, and everything about them's legit other than their copies. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. Hope to see you all on my stream when I do finally get it going. And I will see you all next time.